Welcome, Mama. Such an important time in your life and such a stressful time too. One thing that we can really do to help us change the way we feel about our pregnancy and birth is to learn how to breathe. One of my favorite breathing techniques to share with my prenatal moms in yoga is something called flower breath. So I want you to start by sitting up tall and imagine your hands are flowers. So you can imagine any flower that you like. I usually like to think about peonies, or maybe you want to do a morning glory, something that opens and closes. Something that's circular works really well for this. And then you're going to bring your fingers to touch your thumb and rest the backs of your hands on your legs. So in your mind, really get a strong, clear picture of your flower. What color it is, its petals, where it's at in the landscape. Maybe it's in your garden or somewhere out when you're hiking. Maybe in a vase in your home. And now let your fingers open. Visualize the flower opening. And then close your fingers. Imagine the flower closing. Now connect this with your breath. Inhale, the flower opens. And exhale, the flower closes. Inhale, petals open. Exhale, petals close. Go and stay with this visualization, opening and closing your hands as you imagine the flower opening and closing. Feel your breath travel down to your baby as you breathe in. And just exhaling, gently hugging in through your core as you breathe out. Good. Go ahead and pause that for just a moment. So now we're going to do that same flower breath, but we're going to add in some pelvic floor work. So I want you to think about the bottom of your pelvic right where you're sitting. Hopefully you're sitting up on a blanket or on a bolster. If not, that's okay. Just feel the bottom of the pelvis. It's kind of like a bowl shape, right? And now, I know it's a little cliche, but think about the flower that you were imagining with your flower breath, and think of that sitting at the bottom of that bowl. Okay, you got your flower. So when you inhale, you want the flower petals to open up. So you feel those pelvic floor muscles open and stretch. And then as you exhale, you feel the flower draw up and in, or it closes. So inhale, the flower opens. Exhale, it closes. Now you might be thinking to yourself, this is kind of like a Kegel, but it is a little different. A Kegel, we really emphasize that engagement of the vaginal opening and just those side muscles. But when we do our flower breath, we want to think about a 360-degree circle at the pelvic floor, right? There's muscles in the front and in the back, right? It's a bowl shape. So you're not just doing one thing, squeezing up and in. You're drawing up and in a circle. But then really important for birth is you're also focusing on stretching and relaxing. When you're birthing your baby, you aren't drawing up and in. Your baby wants to exit. So we really need to focus on softening the pelvic floor and relaxing it. So let's try that a few times. Go ahead and close your eyes again. Inhale, open the hands. Exhale, close. And connect this imagery to the pelvic floor. Thank you so much for joining me learning how to do flower breathing in pregnancy. Keep practicing this breath technique daily and be sure to let me know how it's going.